We're
Yep.
going.
All right, guys. Hey, welcome back to the Weapon X podcast. And look, and see,
This is Twix.
yeah,
Twix.
Twix
Yeah.
making
You know.
making a guest appearance today.
There you go.
No, man, guys, welcome to the Weapon X podcast. I am glad to be joined back with you guys, and Isaac and I, we have some, I think we have some good news for you. And so I would say it was good news.
Yeah.
But before we jump to that, Isaac, we're recording this on Sunday. It is Super Bowl Sunday specifically.
Yes, it is.
Right? So tonight, who are you going to take in the game tonight? We got the Kansas City Swifts or we got the San Francisco 49ers.
Right? Dang, you really just changed their name.
I sure did. I did. Like,
man,
calling it how I see it.
I'm weak. Oh man. Well, because the Chiefs, I think, won last year, didn't they?
The Chiefs, yeah. Chiefs have, I think, like the past 5 years, they've been to the championship with 4 out of 5 years. Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to see the underdog win, so let's go with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Hopefully, like, if the Chiefs win, y'all better not come after me. All right.
Oh God. We'll find you, bro.
Yeah, I know, because I know how some people are and stuff. So man, thank you guys for joining us today. We are, jump into this episode and going to start it off by telling you we will be taking a different direction with this, and I think with the show that is, and we want to start applying some applicable information where you guys we have an entertainment aspect of it, but we want to be able to give you guys some information that you can apply to your daily lives and specifically your health. And with that, we were going to be combining like the superheroes, anime, and so much so forth with fitness. And many of you guys, you probably know me, like fitness is like, that's something that I am deeply passionate about. And I talked to Isaac about this last Sunday, and just to see what he thought. And Isaac, you seem like you were on board with this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we just wanted to make sure to hey, what is this going to look like going forward? And I think it was on Monday or Thursday, possibly.
Maybe Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe even Tuesday.
Yeah.
We had talked about like the ideas that we would come up with, and I think you guys are going to enjoy this. Like whether you're a comic book fan, anime fan, or just somebody that is passionate about fitness or looking to find out like where the heck do I even start? Like what should I do? Like this is going to be for you guys. It's going to be for everyone. All right. So yeah, but with today's episode, we kind of just want to talk about how both of us got started in our fitness journey, and some of us, I mean, like, real talking, like I got off my fitness journey for a little bit, and I think like Isaac, like he's starting to get back on his grind as well, and but we're just kind of relate to you guys and just tell you like, hey, we're human, like we're not we're not going to preach down at you or anything like that, but Isaac, like what when was your first time like doing anything like relatively like lifting weights?
Yeah, so with lifting weights, I didn't start lifting till I came to LCA, I would
Hmm.
say, back during junior year. Because before that, I did like a lot of calisthenic stuff just from PE classes, regular
Yeah.
push-ups, your squats, ran a lot. But I would say, yeah, when it came to weightlifting, I truly started in LCA for football, and that's kind of when I started to like really enjoy the process and also the results that came from it. Because at that point, like I got in really good shape, like I lost a lot of weight and I got really strong. And I also enjoyed the
The newbie
camaraderie.
gains.
Yeah, man, those things were amazing. I was feeling good, bro. And I mean, just like the camaraderie of being able to like find people to work out with, kind of getting to like know people more was really cool about that. And then
Yep.
I would say that it got more intense back in college. I want to say back when you and I were roommates, like we would get up
Yeah.
at like 5 a.m., go to the gym and just
Yeah.
grind, man. And we had a lot of good time there. Both of us got really strong.
Yep.
And lost a good weight, had pretty good lifestyle at that point. But then,
Hmm.
I think like everybody, like things change in life,
Yeah. Life
when it comes to
happens, man.
school. Yeah, man. Because I mean, school, I mean, just getting deeper into your program or like your major, I mean, you spend a lot more time studying, then you start to slack off on exercise,
Hmm.
and I mean, that's kind of how it was for me. Like, I spent a lot of time studying, a lot of time working on projects, and I didn't dedicate that time towards fitness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, I'm like, you know what? I need to get back to that. I haven't been in school in 3 years, but like now it's like, I can see myself getting older. I want to be healthier. I'm not a dad yet, but I want to be healthy for my kids when they come.
Mm.
And I really want to just be able to kind of be here for as long as I can. And use this testosterone while I have it,
Hey, I hear that. I hear that.
So, now it's time to get back on the grind. I'm trying to start small, do 3 days a week, workouts, and then for the other days, doing some basic cardio, taking walks, jump roping, things that are pretty basic, but
Yeah.
very effective.
Yeah. And like you said, dude, I think so many people, kind of just like simple. I wouldn't say oversimplify, but overcomplicate. Um, like, oh man, like what should I do? Should I be should I be lifting this amount of weight? Should I be doing this
Mhm.
exercise? Blah blah blah. And it's just kind of like, you know what? Like really, just I think walking. I think
Mhm.
walking is probably the number one best thing that a lot of people can really do for their health. And I think a lot of us, like, we have most of us in this world have smartphones, and smartphones keep track of your daily steps, and it's not always 100% accurate, but like
Mhm.
it's pretty stinking close. And I think at the end of the day, it's always interesting just to see like how many steps you took in a day, and there's moments where you don't have your phone on you where you're taking a lot of steps, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of interesting just seeing it as like, man, I only took like 3,000 steps today. What? you know,
Yeah.
you know? And and there's always a lot of information out here too, saying like, hey, you should be taking, over 10,000 steps a day. And I think that's a big goal, but for a lot of people, it's not really applicable, I would say, right?
Yeah.
I think, if you're taking, 4,000 steps a day, take like your next goal should be like anywhere between like 5,500 to 6,000 steps,
Mhm.
or like just because something that's makes sense for you, right? not
Yeah.
not what some internet wizard is saying on the internet. So nah, man, that so like what anime character, like as because I know in anime and just in and of course like the cartoons that we watched growing up,
Mhm.
a lot of these guys had like crazy physiques, man. It's just like, you know what? When I get older, that's what I'm trying to look like. I remember, who was it? I think yeah, it was like the like my first time ever seeing Brawly
Oh.
and Dragon Ball Z. I'm just like,
Mhm.
yo, this dude is like he looked like it looked like God just was just like just sculpting this dude, man. And and for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, like just look this man up, like Broly from Dragon Ball Z, all right, and you'll see why, you know,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, like who were some like characters that kind of inspired you, like just in your journey?
So I think for many kids, I mean, especially if you watch any sort of anime, I mean, Dragon Ball Z, like seeing Goku, like power up the Super Saiyan, just, he's shirtless, but he's like ripped, but he's still
Yeah.
functional too. I mean, just seeing that as a
Mm-hmm.
kid, I think really, encourages boys to really like want to work out. Um, and then I would say even characters like Spider-Man and Wolverine, like whenever I would see them, I was like, man, they're very fit, but it's like they can move well and they just look cool, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah,
personally for me,
man.
like I feel like a big motivator for like a lot of men to work out is to look good for the ladies. Truth be told,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
that's part of it. So it's like
No.
growing up, it's like, hey, I'm trying to look good for people, so let me try this. But then
Yeah.
once you get
And that's
deeper
real.
into working out, it's like, hey, I like this. This is fun. I feel better. you know. So sorry, I interrupted
Right.
you.
Nah, that and I think that's so real though, because I think for a lot of people, man, you see that there's things where, hey, like I think kind of like you just alluded to when you first started. Now I was like, I want to look good, for such and such, like this, this for this person,
Hmm.
um and as you said, like as you mature though, right? It's just like, what? I want to be able to move well. I want to be able to, be functionable and like just kind of just I don't know, just like because like yeah, you want to be strong and stuff. Like don't like I feel like there's not a person on this earth that doesn't want to be
Yeah.
strong. But I think you also, like you said, with Goku, yeah, he was jacked out of his mind, but the man was so mobile. And I think, I think it was yesterday I saw this video. This woman was 96 years old, all right? And dude, she was on the dance floor, like hips swiveling and everything. Like, dude, it was crazy. And I'm just saying, like, that's like I pray to God that I can still do that,
I know, and I break
like
a hip.
that's yeah, like because it's real, man. Because
Yeah.
I think a lot of us, like I think I hit on this in one of my posts this week. A lot of us think once we hit a certain age that we're supposed to slow down, we're supposed to be in pain, in our knees or back or whatever, and that couldn't be no further from the truth, because like I've seen people that like that 96-year-old woman, for instance.
Hmm.
Like you can't sit there and tell me that she doesn't take care of herself on a regular basis. And um I've seen a 66-year-old man squat over, I think it was like, yeah, over 600 pounds.
Man,
And
that's
yeah,
wild.
right, yeah, like it's
That's wild.
crazy. That's crazy, right? So like 66 years old and still squatting that amount of weight. And like when people hear that, it's like, oh no, like, well, he has to be on steroids or something. No, he actually wasn't. And this man he's been taking care of himself. He's been doing those things for a long time. And a lot of the stuff that he does is probably playing on boring stuff,
Hmm.
but it helps his body in the long run, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I think you have it right, bro. Just being like, you see the long game, and you want to be able to just be a functional person, like, and being able to move without pain, and being able to squat down without, oh, my back,
I
my
know.
my knees.
my foot, my ankle, just
Yeah,
everything just giving out on you, man.
right. And it's just like, dang, dude, like, are you good?
Yeah, shoot. And I mean, truth be told, it's like, one thing about age is like it can really wake you up to things, because I mean,
Mhm.
at one point you get up, you can play a game of basketball, no issues at all, don't got to stretch, you don't got to hydrate properly. But as you get older, it's like, well, hold on now. Let
Bro,
me let me hydrate before I go play in a few hours, or
you coming
let
after
me
me.
stretch. Because,
You
bro, I
you
mean,
coming after me.
seriously, I mean, it's a big motivator to like really like
It
take care
is.
of yourself. It's like, man, my knees hurt. Like, what is this?
Dude, that was me last Sunday. Last Sunday, it was so funny because, like, I, I would say I'm in relatively good shape and stuff, and I played a pickup. I played like 6 games last week, and it was so funny. These guys that I was much bigger than, they were just like, man, dude, I'm in such out of shape. Like they're just breathing all hard, and like I'm still going, but I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, like, dude, like, of course, before now, like, I just turned 28 a couple of weeks ago. So, like, now being, being close to 30, was like, hey, yeah, like, your body, it is going to, you know, start to kind of slow up a little bit, but that doesn't mean you can't take the proper things and, you know, I wouldn't say entirely erase it, but like kind of
Mm.
just slow down the process, right? So, but yeah, like I just remember being, like you said, jumping into, especially when we were in college, jumping into a game of basketball without warming up and just running up and down a court a gazillion times, and it's just like, dude, try doing that now, and it's like, yeah, you might mess around and pull something.
Yeah, don't twist your ankle or something, bro. You know,
Yeah.
go into a full splint, like a full sprint, and just man, you step down wrong, it's all over.
Exactly, man. It's oh, gosh, and I think like to kind of like shift directions a little bit. Um, I'm so like I'm gonna tell a little bit like about you want to talk about our senior year. Let's just talk about like how like our health kind of just like and I think the best way to put it, like our senior year, going our senior year for football, Isaac and I didn't really get. I don't. Yeah, Isaac, you didn't get to play any that year, did you?
No, I don't think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
so because like we were, yeah. So I ended up having a stroke in my senior year of football, so I didn't get to play my senior year. Isaac, you had like a major like eye surgery, right?
Yeah, my retina was detached in my left eye. Um, so that had to get patched up. But with that, I mean, I was out for like the rest of the year playing football, because I couldn't really I couldn't afford any more hits to the head or even just having to run or to kind of be as athletic with that, because of the recovery process. And I still couldn't even see that well too. So that was a big aspect of it.
Yeah, like yeah, this dude's retina was like it was crazy. It was crazy, man.
Yeah.
And I think so, like, you know me having my stroke and my senior year, I think it kind of just woke me up to, because I think, I was kind of going through the motions, and up until then, like I remember, like, going to my senior year, I had all these plans, right? And there I was being recruited by multiple like big schools, and I remember, I just this was going to be my year, and I had all these plans, and I think it was, yeah, we had just finished doing conditioning,
Mm.
and I remember, I I was down because I was pushing myself really really hard, and I remember, I could hear my heartbeat in my ears, um, and I didn't think anything of it. So like I went home, and I just remember, like I was showered, ate some food, and I was watching some football highlights, and then all of a sudden my left arm started to go numb. And I didn't think anything of it because I was just like, hey, maybe my arm is just falling asleep. So once my arm started to go to sleep, I was just like, all right, let me go up, get up and just kind of walk around, stretch it out. And dude, I put my left foot on the ground, my left foot started dragging. Um, and I remember I tried to talk to my dad and tell him, what was going on. And I knew what I wanted to say, but I couldn't say it. So once I started doing that, like he was like, boy, just and mind you, my dad, my dad was like, he was drinking pretty heavy at this point in time, but like, he's cleaned up a whole lot now, and like he's a completely different person. And I just remember that he was just like, yeah, um, he said, boy, go take some ibuprofen, go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I popped some ibuprofen, go to bed. And my sister Ashley came home and she was like, Jonathan, like, and I wake up, dude, my lower body is in the bed, upper body's hanging off the bed. And so Ashley called mom and was like, hey, like, yeah. Ashley called mom and was like, hey, this is what's going on. And mom was like, my mom worked at the hospital too, by the way. And mom was like, yeah, get him to the ER now.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the ER and they asked me for my name, couldn't tell them my name. And, they tried, I think what really bothered them, they tried taking my blood and then, I couldn't even, I didn't even have like a natural like bodily reaction to the needle. And so like it just went in my arm and I didn't flinch or anything. And they were like, yeah, something's definitely wrong. So they did an MRI and come to find out, ended up having a stroke. And, of course, like I couldn't play that year, like I said already. And, all the schools that were recruiting me, they pulled out of that. And it was just that whole thing was it sucked so bad in that moment. And I just think I tell this story just because like, hey, like there's things sometimes that you're just not going to be able to fully prevent. But I think with me being in the shape that I was, I think that allowed me to recover as well as I did. And I just want to say, like, because you're never going to be able to fully avoid an injury or like a major, like this is something like pretty catastrophic. And, it could have been something that, terrible that came out of that. But I am, I'm here to tell you that, like, hey, like you can overcome that adversity, and like God willing, like he allowed me to come out of that. And I think the adversity that I had to go through definitely helped mold me into the person that I am today. And I think that's why I'm so passionate about fitness, because like, hey, this can actually, like, I think it could like end up saving you eventually one day if it came down to that. And I just want to sit there and say, man, like, guys, like, take care of yourself, man. Take care of yourself and do the little things that, it may not be glamorous in that moment. It may be hard in the beginning. Like Isaac, you tell me, like, right now, is it kind of hard getting back into the flow of things right now?
It is. And also, I just want to say, man, like, thank you for sharing your story. Because I mean, I had heard about it back when we were in high school and then college, but just just kind of hearing it again now. I mean, that was pretty traumatic right there. That can be scary.
It was.
Yeah.
It definitely was.
Shoot.
But
yeah, I mean, like, you're a better man for it, though, bro. You're like, hey, let's get after it. I like it.
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah. Because dude, like, I had to wear like a heart monitor in class. Like I don't know if you remember that or not,
I
but like
do. I remember you showing me. I was like, "Whoa!"
yeah, it was like a Terminator.
Yeah, I was
And
like, "This man's a cyborg."
yeah, I remember I used to go off in class because I used to have to send my heart my heart signals over the phone, and I had to like play back the plays, the play by play thing of it, and it was like and I just remember being embarrassed. I'm just like, man, dude, this thing is going off in class, and we'll be in chemistry, and
Ooh,
only all you hear is
sounds like a drill beat, bro.
yeah, I
Of a
did.
drill beat.
It did. It did.
Oh man.
But yeah, man, like I think it has definitely it definitely has molded me, man. I would say, and I'm sure, like with what you went through, like you probably when they told you, like, yeah, your retina is detached, you probably like, what?
Yeah, because it was unexpected. Because it was like a regular like eye doctor's appointment, that I was getting checked out, but then the doctor was looking. It was like, "Whoa, can you see out of this eye?" I was like, a little bit." And they're like, "Well, something doesn't look right here. Like this looks like something's not connected." And then they kind of did more work, and they saw that it was like fully, or not fully, but it was almost like fully disconnected. And
Mm,
over time, I had noticed that my vision was kind of decreasing, but I never really like thought about it because I mean I've always had like poor eyesight,
hmm.
so I was like, it's no biggie. But like kind of like with like your story, it can start with something small, like when it came to like your arm, it was like it'll go away. That's kind of how it
Right.
was with my eyes. But then reality sets in. It's like, hey, you got to get work done. You got to take care of this, and try to maintain what you have. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a setback, but now I'm more wary of, I guess, of myself because I think being young, it's easy to kind of feel invincible at times, but then life will be like, nah, you're not. So you need
Yeah.
to take care of yourself.
Right, man. And I just kind of think about too, like, when who was it? Oh man, I think yeah, like when like I think it was, I don't know if it was Spider-Man or oh man, I'm trying to think. It was a superhero that like had lost his powers and stuff, and you really kind of had to figure out like, all right, like who are you? Who are you, right? Without
Mhm.
your superpowers, and like for me, my identity was with football, right? And so like I had to really figure out like who the heck is Jonathan Lacey. And I was 18 years old, and I had no clue like who I really was, and I don't know an 18-year-old who does know who they are, right?
Yeah.
But I was so deeply attached to football, and um, that was just the thing that like, hey, I had all these plans, and you know and that was my idol, and um, I think that going through those adversities, and of course like that, and like any superhero movie, any like anime show, right? There's always going to be adversity where the main character has to go through, and sometimes the to overcome it, sometimes it's easier than others. And the I think the deeper the impact, the deeper the tragedy is, the deeper the impact and the
Mhm.
grind is going to be. And having something snatched away, like where like that was, I don't know, I had all these plans, like just like any kid that's deeply passionate about football, the ultimate goal is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go play in the NFL one day. And to
Mhm.
have that ripped away from me, it was it was tragic in that moment. And I had a chance. I had a chance to go play like at a small D3 or like an NAIA school, but I just remembered telling myself like, dude, if you have another stroke, you might not come back from it. And like I wanted to get married and have kids, and I just feel like football is only for a small moment in time. And I think, you know, I have no regrets in making the decision that I did.
Yeah, that's facts, man. Hey, thank you for sharing that. That's
Yeah,
powerful stuff, man.
yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah, man. And this is
yeah.
exactly what I want. This is what I want
Mm,
people to like be able to kind of like, because there's somebody that's going to be out here that's going to listen to this, that's going to be able to kind of relate to that, and and like to either of our stories. And I think like just being able to see like, hey, we did come out on the other side of it stronger, right?
yeah, that's true, bro. Oh, and to answer the question you asked me before about how it's been like kind of like restarting, getting back in shape.
Yeah.
I would say, I think it definitely shows me areas where I need to have more discipline in, you
Hmm.
know? Because I mean, working out at the beginning, it's not always fun, you don't
Nah.
always want to do it because I mean, you're sore, it's uncomfortable. If you're like me, you have to get up early in the morning to do it because if you don't, then you just won't.
Same,
Um,
same, same.
and it could be like, man, it's early. I want to sleep more. I'm still sore. I don't want to do this. But I mean, one thing that I'm learning is that, like more so is that doing things that I don't want to do ends up leading to better results, which make me want to do it more, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
Because I mean, I don't know, like that feeling after completing a workout that you didn't want to do, it just feels good. It's like I accomplished something.
Those are always the best ones.
I know, man. It's great. It's like, man, this sucked, but I got through it, and it kind
Hmm.
of makes you feel stronger, and it does make you stronger to be able to handle other things in life. Because I mean,
Absolutely.
being adults or just people in general, we're going to come across things that we don't want to do, but we have to do to get done. And I like working out that muscle inside of me and kind of getting that stronger to where, when life hits you, it's like, what, it's fine. I can get through it. It's only going to last for so long. But then there's light
Mm,
on the other side. So,
absolutely, absolutely. And I just think too, like kind of, I think the one word to summarize that up is like the discipline, right?
yep.
Like the discipline that it just builds. I think because not even just within the area of health, but just like with your work, your schoolwork, or um, your marriage, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, because there's discipline to being married, right? And I think that there's so much that can be taken away from that, and just being disciplined enough to wake up at the same time every day, or whatever that schedule may look like, and just doing the little things that show up day in and day out. And um and I think like it challenges us
Yeah.
big time. And I think that's, I don't know, like kind of like you, that's, I think that's what I enjoy, right? Like the challenge. Because
Yeah.
like I have to, like, I don't have to, but I'm going to wake up tomorrow, go at 4:30, go to the gym. I'm a max out because my max week, and just see where we're at.
Oh,
Um and yeah, like, but again, dude, every morning I just sit there and just look at the ceiling, and I'm like, do I really want to do this? Like, do I really, you know, like, because that's real. That's real. Like, you can't sit there. If anyone tells you every morning they wake up just, oh yeah, I'm just ready, like, they're full of crap, and they're just trying to sell you. They're trying to sell you something, right? Like, I'm being authentic with you. Not every day. I do not want to wake up at that time and and get after
mhm.
it. Like, no. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think it's like anything, bro. It's like there are some days where it's like, yeah, let's do this, but I mean, I would say most often than not, when it comes to things that are uncomfortable, it's like, man, nah, no,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
today. But
yeah,
then you got to fight past that, bro. It's like, if you stop now, all that work you did to get to this point is for a waste.
yeah. And I sometimes, like, I'll picture like David Goggins like next to me or something like that. And for the people that don't know David Goggins, like, he tells it how it is. Like, you guys look up a video of him, and you'll see why I use him as an example. But yeah, that man, I just pictured him right there, just saying like, so you just gonna lay there, he's going, yeah, like like just somebody just in my face, like just telling me how it
Mhm.
is, and it's like, you know what, nah, you right, man. Like, let me get up out of bed.
Yeah, I mean, you know him, bro. Like David Goggins, he's always like, wake up, come on,
Exactly,
go."
and he just telling you about yourself, and it's just like, dang, man. And like,
I
he's
know.
not for everyone. I get that, he's not for everyone, but
Yeah,
like, I just think, like, for me personally, I'm just like, you know what, I kind of need that little extra boost in the morning.
yeah. It's like, hey, do it. Just do it.
Yeah,
Good old,
just
good
do
old
it, man.
Shia LaBeouf, bro. You gotta just do it.
Just do it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
No, man. I like, guys. I know, like, we touched on a lot in this episode, but like, this is just us, like, kind of just setting the stage for what is to come in the future, and we've already been planning. Like, we got some episodes in our pockets already for that. I think you guys are going to enjoy,
Mhm.
um, and I'm excited to share that with you guys down the road. But thank you guys for tuning in, and checking us out, and just being consistent with us. Like, we deeply appreciate that.
Yeah, definitely, guys. Thank you for being here. And yeah, like we're hoping this change is gonna be fun, not just for us, but for you all as well. Because we'll still be dropping in our tidbits of anime and just comics and just things
Yeah,
that we
absolutely,
enjoy throughout this process.
absolutely.
But we're really hoping that this will help people out there just do things that either they're afraid of, or it's just that you never really been talked to about this type of thing. So yeah, stay with us on this journey.
Yeah, yeah. Like, we're just two guys just trying to figure out too, man. So like, we don't have all the answers, and like, we anything that we say in this podcast, or in the near future, like, if there's we encourage you to do your own research. All right,
Yep.
like, and you decipher for yourself, and you choose to do what's going to be best for you. But yeah, guys, like, with that being said, like, make sure you guys are following us, whatever platform, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple, whatever you're listening to us from. Make sure you stay up to date, and yeah, we have so much more to come, man. But yeah, guys, we'll talk to you later, and have a good one.
Yep. And watch that Super Bowl.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Awesome. See y'all.
See you guys.